It's like he never left.
It really is, because the show is just so mediocre no matter what. And there's just no saving it.
That last episode was a train wreck in the best way possible. I don't know if you listened to it, Lane, but Jesus Christ.
I got like 5 minutes into it, and I was just like, I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was rough.
My bad.
What? It wasn't your bad.
It was kind of my
we
fault.
opened up the show basically being like, hey, would you fuck a dog? And then it kind of just derailed and went further downhill.
Oh,
Oh no! I was remembering around that part.
Yeah. So like that's the thing as well. Like I was getting to edit that podcast, and I got to that point. I was like, I don't want to do this. I just uploaded it, like basically barely edited.
because he didn't edit it.
Yeah.
Like, here it is. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I'm not spending time on this crap.
The
With
director's
this
cut.
fucking trash.
You got the Snyder version out there.
Release the Gator cut.
Maverick's not here. Is he not going to make it?
No.
Okay.
I'm replacing Mav today as the quirky one.
Mm-hmm.
So you are Maverick. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Mav today.
All right. We have to say some like just really homoerotic stuff every now and then. Otherwise,
Yeah.
people might notice that he's not here.
If you want to just act like completely like neurotic and be Mav for this episode, go for it.
Yeah.
I'll wind up going to the bathroom in my pants mid-episode. We don't need that.
That is very on brand. That's what Maverick does.
And you don't have a mother to like clean you up on hand, so.
Can we say we're recording when we say that Maverick is a public pants pooper? The old triple P?
I am recording right now.
All right,
He is entitled.
No! Oh dear.
He has famously shit all over the Extreme title.
It's true.
And the Heart Championship as well.
Mhm.
Also the Heart. He was very notorious for that.
Yeah.
Not only did he shit all over the heart, but it was so bad that it got onto the SuperCon, and we had to get rid of that too.
Yeah. You could tell he had been eating peanuts.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. It's like it never left Lane.
Oh, Robbie liked that one.
I did. That was a good.
He's a big fan of peanut scatological humor.
He is. That's why he joined the XWF.
Exactly. I wanted to be the brightest peanut in the turd. What can I say? Also, thank you for allowing me to be back. This is completing the trilogy here. This will be the succulent trilogy. Yeah. Whatever I say, it holds water. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Rob, you were never uninvited, and I think it looks is TK could jump in too, but he never has anything to say.
Yeah. Just like, yep, that's all I got to say on that matter. And he goes back to playing the most boring video games known to mankind.
Yeah.
He does play some very boring video games.
Yeah, he loves it.
EVE Online, baby.
Yeah, man, I watched a wild video that TK was a part of on EVE Online. That shit was like an hour long. It had the most ridiculous names in the world. I loved it.
It sounds exactly like the EVE Online I looked at 10 years ago and noped the fuck out of.
Fucking, like, you know, it was like this guy, you know, was trying to be dead serious about this, like, war that happened out in a wormhole in a video game. And it was like, you know, like, Captain Valorant and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, the notorious pirate Johnny Crotch Rocket. It's like, what is going on?
But people lose real money in that game, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No. One of my favorite EVE Online videos is somebody documented like the biggest battle that they had ever had up to that point. And when they fucking won, you can hear somebody on like TeamSpeak start playing the fucking Jean-Luc Picard song. You know, the "Here's to the finest crew in Starfleet," and it's all muffled and awful. It's so fucking funny.
I thought you were going to say, like, he started weeping.
Oh, like, uncontrollably, yeah.
Like sailors landing back home after World War II. Grabbing nurses and kissing them.
Grabs a green alien and starts making out.
Hey, everybody, you're not going to believe it, but it's your boy, lover boy indeed, Vinnie Lane, back at it again. It's a new flare-up, just like herpes simplex. I was gone, but I'm back. And here with me, just to keep things interesting, as always, we have Gator from across the pond to say hello, Gator.
Hello, friends.
And we've got the notorious, the nefarious, the nincompoop Ned Kaye. How you doing, Ned? What are you doing?
I'm not knocking on wood. That's what I'm telling you. No, you thought I was gone, but instead I'm Maria.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Is your mom knocking on your bedroom door? Or is that what's happening?
No, I'm at work. I don't know who's knocking on what.
Are you taking too long in the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm hiding in the restroom and I'm trying to record the podcast here, and it's getting more violent.
Speaking of taking too long in the bathroom, we have the most constipated XWF former Universal Champion of all time, Bobby Bourbon. Bobby, say hello to the people.
Thank you. Hello, people. As Vinny pointed out, I am indeed full of shit. I did come here for the Vinnie Lane. I stayed for the outbreak of herpes. Thanks for finally coming, Lane.
Yes, sir. Just don't pick the scabs, everybody, because if you do, you're going to get an infection.
You know,
that's our tagline.
Unlike Rocky Cotton, he came for the Vinnie Lane.
What was that, lisp? Are you from Barcelona?
Barcelona? That's the road.
Go back to España.
Yes. Well, anyway, as entertaining as Ned's not funny jokes are, we are here in the studio all together in one place at one time, as far as you know, to talk about the recent happenings in the Extreme Wrestling Federation, the one and only source of action that never slows down since 1999. So, what do we got, fellas? I think we had some nice shows. We had some nice events. I've been kind of out of the loop. Get me up to speed, somebody.
Sure, I'll jump off the bat here. First, off the docket, is probably one of the latest Thursday night anarchies we've ever had in our lives.
It was late.
It was very late. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate it.
I still never heard from him.
Nope, neither did I.
He never replied to me.
I even tried to goat him into replying, and he just didn't. He ignored me.
The man just offered to write matches, asked to be who won the match, asked to put a segment in, and then dipped, and then never said another word about it.
You gotta admire the cojones, like, honestly.
Because he's still around. Like, he opted in. I saw it. He's still there. He just didn't talk to me. And I guess didn't talk to Gator. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's like skipping class every day for a week because you didn't do the homework.
Yeah. Actually, that's a very accurate way to put it.
Yeah, but the teacher is your dad, so you're still seeing him every night at dinner. So
I still see him in the hallway. He's in the hallway. I see him in other teachers' rooms, but he won't come in mine. Son of a bitch, Charlie.
Well, speaking of not coming, live from the Canada Game Centre in Whitehorse, Yukon Territory, Canada. It's Thursday night anarchy, baby.
Baby, nobody comes in the Yukon.
Can we officially rename Anarchy to the Blue Balls brand?
Oh, I like that.
I mean, it was very cold up there.
Shivering.
The micros were even microer.
Oh God.
Lane would know. On the docket, we got Tyler Rabbit versus Chad GPT. Molly Barnes versus the Atomic Bat in an Extreme Rules match. Afraid Adler versus Cyril Lachlan out in the cold match. Mastermind's favourite thing in the world, a triple threat with Chelsea Leclerc, Gina Van Zio, and Mastermind.
That's why he's in it, because he loves it.
He loves it. He can't get enough of him. He's just like...
He insisted.
He's like sucking on his fingers like, more Daddy Lane, more.
Yeah.
And our main event, HGH versus Lord Rab in a sticky goop match.
Sticky goo.
Plus the new at the time, the new XWF Universal Champion Cindy Gray challenges anyone she wants to the next Anarchy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, here's some
yeah.
signs. Oh, wait, sorry. I can't skip over Lane's poetry here. Instead, let's with this pyro intro. Here's some signs. This show is always late. We like Gator better anyway. That is a lie. Melanie Crazy Charles is the best misfit. Also a lie. Can Cash come back now? And my mom died waiting for madness. Damn.
That's right.
The show opens up with a very long Cerelac clean atomic bat segment. Like a very long segment, like longer than most
It's
of
the
the
only way those two know how to do it, man.
You gotta love it. The only thing to take away from this is that Sarah has adopted a nickname Rat Eyes, which is mwah.
Because she's an albino.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I just thought because she had beady little rat eyes.
No, she's because she has red eyes because she's an albino.
Of course, I always forget about that. I always forget that Sarah Lacklin is a old money millionaire, second generation wrestler, albino vampire, YouTuber, podcaster.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep up. It's easy enough.
Yeah.
Bang gang.
Fuck off.
Oh God. In an opening match, ChatGPT takes on Tyler Rabbit. And pretty decent, quick match, go back and forth. But in the end of it, Rabbit gets hit by the Thunderbolt Driver, which is an F5, meticulously detailed by ChatGPT. And yeah, Chad
just
picks up the win
spins the
in a pretty
motherfucker.
good opening match.
Yeah. Did you have
Second match,
I messed
Molly
I
Barnes
messed
versus
around.
Lieutenant Back. Can Molly Barnes carry on her win streak of accidentally winning every match she's in? Let's find out. Wow, this is a long match. I didn't realise. No, she can't. Can she? Fuck?
It is over.
Pretty good back and forth. Like a really good long range. This is really long. This is longer than it should have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a
I
good
remember.
match, a lot of back and forth. Lieutenant Bat ends up tapping out Molly Barnes in a back trap, which is a Rings of Saturn, which is a amazing finisher that nobody uses. So I'm happy Lieutenant Bat uses it.
You know, I
Yeah,
think
Gator.
there's
Go
a
ahead,
few
Vinny.
people in EFEDs, because there's somebody else in XWF who has it too, right? I can't remember who.
I believe it is one of John Black's characters. It's either Tommy Wish or John Black.
Yeah, you're probably right. Is it the Man, I'm gonna keep coughing. It's not COVID, I promise.
Now, Gator, I love how I believe this is the first Anarchy that you've helmed.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
No.
No.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
No, the quality of this show is the reason that he's helming the next one.
Okay. Okay. No, I was under the impression that this was the first one that you started really being at the helm of, and you were like, "Shit, this is really long." It's like, how did
Yeah.
you not know?
No. I just submitted a match and carried on with my day-to-day life. Next Anarchy, I am at the helm.
This match actually was written like early.
Oh, this is gravy.
So,
Yeah, I saw this
yeah.
in my PMs. Yeah.
this was before everything went to shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, like we're gonna do okay, you know, like the matches were covered, like it was gonna be good. I looked at it, I was like, oh, all I have to do is write this one thing, and then like everybody just fell apart.
Yeah, totally. Mate, I speaking of falling apart, this next match, which was my job, and I fucked up bad here. I don't even know how. I thought I was really proud of myself. I wrote a match, I got it in on time, or so I thought. Fucking Lane asked, "Where's the match?" And I was like, I sent it, and I just did not. Checked every PM on every 3 different characters that I use. Nothing. Looked at Google Docs, nothing. Looked at word counter, which I wrote it on, which saves your last stuff. Literally nothing. It was an other. It was either an RP I was writing or another. It was my No Jackson RP that was there instead. So I think I just writ over it and just thought about sending the match.
I actually, it honestly made me feel better that it was you. Because I was like, you told me you sent it to me, and I was like, oh Christ, what did I do? And I'm like, I'm like panicking. I'm like looking around, and like everything has been so hectic on my end that I was like, of course, Gator says he sent it. Like he definitely sent it. I'm the piece of shit here. What did I do?
And it turns out I'm the dum.
And then he's like, you're not gonna believe this, but I cut it and never pasted it. And then just wrote an RP where it used to be, and it's just gone. It's gone forever. And I was like, yeah, that's like the only way you could have possibly made it go away forever, right? Because otherwise it would be saved somewhere. And so I felt a little bit better about myself.
I'm
I
happy you felt
appreciate.
better. Yeah, I felt like I felt like the dumbest person in the world.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Gator.
Oh, shit happens. It's fine. But no, I was so mad, and I was like, all right, Lane, sorry about that. I'll write it now. And I was so angry at myself. I wrote like 100 words. I'm like, I'm not doing this right now. I'm too mad.
Yeah, you can read this and just tell that he just hated every second of it.
Oh, but yeah. So a match that deserved to be better. Sorry, Lachlan and Adler. Lot of back and forth at the start. Like they rush out of the ring. Atticus Gold makes a little brief cameo. Oh, actually, there was something that I did like that I wrote in. So they go to a literal gorilla position, where a little gorilla is in the back, he's signing to Bama at the commentator's booth.
With his headset on for no reason,
Yeah.
because he can't speak.
Yeah. It's a great joke.
It's pretty funny.
So yeah, he's signing to Bama and sending Bama notes, and at the shock of Lachlan throwing Afraid Adler throwing Lachlan over a table in the background, spooks a little gorilla who goes ape shit on the two. But then Bama on Bama on commentary.
I love how you were so mad about fucking up the original match that you had, that you made something that is infinitely more amusing to all of us.
This wasn't in the original at all. I just thought of this on the fly. Because, alright, I'm going to say this. The original match for Rope was pretty long and really good. I was really happy with it. So this one, fuck it, trash, and throwing out the jokes and making it a time waster. Fuck you. But
I mean, honestly, it was so late. It was almost a whole week late. So I mean, at that point, people are just like, whatever, just like tell us who won.
Yeah, exactly. But I am very happy with this joke because Bama on commentary, because he hasn't got a little gorilla signing spots to him. He just completely loses it. So he just doesn't know what to say. He just says return to monkey baby.
I think going forward, I'm just gonna keep it, or you're gonna keep it, just as canon that the gorilla is the agent in the gorilla position. He's the one working all these matches. He's the producer.
Yeah. 100%. That's it. I'm sorry to lift the curtain like that to the XWF, but yeah, Electrical Gorilla is Vincent Kennedy McMahon without the sexual harassment charges.
Nice.
The gorilla's got to go out there and do it again.
We need a graphic of the literal gorilla with that pencil thin mustache.
Oh god. What is going on there?
Just shaved everywhere else.
Ugh. Yeah.
Oh god, sorry. Anyway. They brawl to the back, they go on those cool little golf carts that they use around the arena. Afraid Adler is about to throw Lachlan outside, but Lachlan spins the lariat, I guess, around and poison miss Adler in the face and then kicks her out and then closes the door. So Afraid Adler has been evicted and Sarah Lachlan is the winner.
Nice. I mean, and look, there is nobody on the XWF roster who screams, "I am a bad landlord" more than Sarah Lachlan. Mm-hmm. So for her to evict somebody is right on brand. I don't know, when I think the idea of the match I thought was kind of cool. It was like the inverse of like an ambulance match or something.
Yeah.
So you're kicking somebody you know.
That's it. Like that's what I'm kind of worried about with big shoes to be filled and stuff like that, because like Lane, you simultaneously write some of the best like match types I've seen, and also just the worst shit I've ever seen as well.
Yeah,
So,
it's a difficult balance to maintain.
I need to try and focus the yin and yang of Anarchy, and I don't know if I can do it.
I did it. You know, it's
because.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. It's because Lane has like the mind of a mature Vince Russo. So he's like all in on Crash TV. But he knows that if you're going to crash TV, you bring sticky goo and not Judy Bagwell.
Look, if you read Rab promos, and I've read a lot of them over the few years.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know why, but the dude, like, he's written several times about like RPs where he's like rubbing like grease or oil on himself or whatever. So that's where that came from.
Oh, okay. He's like that one character
Lovely.
from Street Fighter 4 who I believe is called like Hakan or something like that, who just constantly lubes himself up.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's just weird that it's happened more than once. So it's like we're gonna work it. I'm gonna make something out of this.
No, that's absolutely fair.
But usually,
he's like
you know,
Michael
I mean,
Nakazawa.
yeah, like the whole concept of Anarchy as a brand in the first place was supposed to be so indie and ridiculous that like those match stips were just like kind of the point.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And then Cent hated it, so I like really ratcheted it up just for him.
Oh man, this is Cent hated it, even though he was a guy who was like absolutely loving that old man match he had. What a weirdo.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he's like at war with himself internally because he's like such a straight-laced normal dude.
Mm-hmm.
But then like part of him just really loves this dumb shit.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, next match, nice and quick. Chelsea Leclerc, Gina Van Zio, Mastermind. Chelsea Leclerc pins Gina Van Zio after hitting cancelled a corkscrew moonsault. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
And then
I apologize. Got to apologize to Chelsea Leclerc because this is like her debut on Anarchy, and that she got this one sentence match, and that's just because I suck, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, if shit happens, we are sorry, but yeah, it was a mess.
It was, but she did win. She won fair and square.
Okay, and something I'm sorry about. Next as well, we get a really good segment from Sydney Gray talking to the Anarchy audience, you know, back home, all this shit, and she gets to choose her who she faces next card. And guess who didn't read this segment because I did not book it. Sydney Gray challenges Ruby to a match, and yeah, that's happening this Anarchy. So maybe it'll happen next Anarchy. Who knows? Sorry.
It'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen. My bad. Yeah, I just completely missed that segment because a lot was going on.
Well, look, guys, all is not lost because Taylor Rabbit did throw a like on this show.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor.
That made me laugh. Taylor Rabbit, the real G.
Yeah, we got one like on these results.
I just fixed that. Don't worry.
There
we go.
Thanks, Bobby.
And
he didn't even know Anarchy was still on.
Hey, I did sell the results of Anarchy on the boards. I had fun with it. I saw what happened in the main event. I sold it as a great match. Bobby Bourbon came out and challenged HDH, raised the stakes to a purple sticky goop match.
Oh, purple goop.
Yeah.
Well, purple goop is banned.
That's grape flavored. That's illegal in 36 states.
Oh no! we gotta get the grimace come out of here.
Now, when the literal gorilla shows up, he'll become a grape ape.
Yes. That sounds problematic, but sounds like great match writing waiting to happen. Yeah,
absolutely.
So, yeah.
100%. See, guys, like this is the thing. So Anarchy, it could be a mess, it can be late, but it makes for great podcasting. So you know.
It's
Keep
coming
signing
to
up for it so we can make fun of you.
Yeah, whatever convention center in whatever tiny province of Canada that exists out there. We're coming to you next.
Okay, and our main event for the evening, a sticky goop match with HCH versus Lord Rab for the Anarchy title. HCH beats the crap. Oh wait, no, they beat the crap out of each other for 15 minutes, but eventually HCH is able to retain his goal by reversing a chokinator. Great name. Into a monkey flip right into the sticky goop, and Lord Rab is stuck still like a fly trap.
Yeah. Not enough main event championship matches end with the monkey flip.
You're totally right.
That's true.
I remember back in the days, me and Lane in 2014 trying to get the hip toss over as a lethal maneuver. So seeing the monkey flip, bringing back good memories here.
Yeah, no, you gotta. Sometimes it's the most basic shit. I don't know if I told you before. When I lived in Florida, I used to go to the NXT shows all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was what was the guy's name? Oni Lorcan. You remember Oni Lorcan?
I think so.
And then he had who was the real flamboyant guy who was champ for a while, but I think he's like in Impact or something. I can't remember his name right now. But him and Oni Lorcan.
Austin Aries.
Yeah, it was him, Austin Aries. This match was it was simultaneously wonderful and just so stupid because all they did was go back and forth with Oni putting Aries in a headlock and Aries doing a drop toe hold. And that's all they did throughout the entire match. We're talking drop toe hold off the top rope, things like that. With the match, the match ended when Aries tapped out to a really, really hard headlock. The real wrestling match that I saw. It was amazing. I really liked it. The crowd was eating it up. They were like dueling chants of headlock and drop toe hold and like all this different shit. It was wonderful.
That's great.
Oh god, I can't remember. It was some indie promotion, and it's killing me that I can't remember who was in it because there were two really big Japanese wrestling like superstars, and they had a match which was about an hour and like 20 minutes long. And the first hour was them staring at each other, like legit. Nothing else was happening. They were across the ring looking at each other for a whole hour. And the crowd were going berserk. They were loving it. And I was watching it and I was like, man, I'm getting hyped here too. Nothing happened for an hour. It was great.
Can you imagine what happens when they actually hit each other?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, but yeah, the thing is though, as well, because it was a proper meant to be like a proper big bloody grudge match as well. So it was an hour of staring at each other, and then they just potatoed the fuck out of each other for 15 minutes.
Oh man,
great!
Whoa.
British wrestling has always been kind of odd. I mean, I remember I saw a Big Daddy match once.
Oh god, Big Daddy versus Giant Haystacks, where they slap each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Fucking old women get into the ring and start fighting as well, just from the crowd. British wrestling was stupid, man.
Yeah. Well, what's the next Anarchy card? Oh shit! Is the next Anarchy's coming out in 2 days?
Yep.
No, it's not.
Oh, dude.
Well, thankfully, Gravy as well. He's got a match in early. We're good. I've just got right 2 matches, so that'll hopefully take me less than a day.
Don't delete them, man. Don't delete them.
I've been backing up so much.
Google Docs.
Live from Arena Maurice Richard in Olympic Park, Montreal, Quebec. Montreal, Todd's homeland, or hometown, sorry. So, yeah. So, under new management right now, so this is the first Atticus Gold Anarchy with Gator and Hot Todd as commentators.
Hot Todd.
So, on the docket, we got Mastermind versus Taylor Rabbit in a singles match. The Atomic Bat, Chelsea Leclerc, and Molly Barnes in a triple threat match for #1 contender for the Anarchy title.
Beautiful.
Then we have Sarah Lachlan versus Buster Gloves in a poutine on a show. The match will take place. I told you I have big shoes to fill.
I love it. I don't even think poutine is a Quebec thing.
It is now. The match will take place in a
Oh my
big bowl of
God.
gravy with French fries and cheese curds. Dozens of Canadian stereotypes will surround the area, eating as much poutine within the bowl as they can while the competitors inside wrestle. If the Canadians finish the bowl before winner is declared, the match will be a draw.
Gator,
Yes.
Gator. Has anybody claimed that match yet?
I did, but I'm happy to swap it with you, Bobby.
I will take it in a heartbeat. Thank you.
There we go.
Please let Robbie write it.
Yes, 100% take that, mate.
Okay, what the fuck?
Ned,
do
are you all right, Ned?
Canadians. Holy shit, that's not even like a ring group. That's not like an occupation.
Oh, yeah, it's just Canadian
so funny to
stereotype.
me.
It's just like Mounties and
my
lumberjacks and
Yeah.
I know a couple of Canadian stereotypes that are going to be there. This is going to be wonderful.
Yeah, there's Canadian stereotypes.
Yeah.
There's going to be three, not just one, not two, but three Celine Dion impersonators.
Yeah,
mate.
Celine Dion. And one of them is actually Celine Dion.
Yeah, and actually, the impersonators are getting a better crowd reaction than the real Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Dave Coulier, I believe he's Canadian, right?
This is like the biggest Canadian show ever.
Oh, it might be great. Michael J. Fox, he's Canadian.
They're all there for the routine. No, Michael J. Fox comes in, he wins the dance contest, doesn't even know it.
Oh. That's
the bones of Stu Hart.
Yep.
Oh, no.
No. The undead necromantic remains of Stu Hart as risen by the Undertaker.
And he's eating.
Didn't they do that on Raw in like 1997?
Yeah.
I think they did it for every single time Stu Hart was on TV on WWE.
Yeah, but Canadian zombies.
You gotta stretch him, Owen. You gotta stretch him.
They're Canadian zombies. They're coming for the poutine.
Okay.
What is that? Is that really what Stu Hart sounded like? I don't think I've ever heard him speak.
Yeah.
No, Stu Hart. What he sounded like was just like this. I can do a perfect Stu Hart impersonation. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Stu Hart. This is what I sound like. Brett, come down to the dungeon. We're going to stretch for a bit. Bring Owen. Bring your brothers. Bring Davey Boy. We're all going to be down here stretching away. Stretching
Harry
the night
Carey.
away.
That's Harry Carey.
Yeah, it is.
Cubs win. Cubs win.
And the main
Cubs win.
Let me get through this damn card. For fuck's sake.
It's a simple question, Doctor. Do you think the moon is made out of ribs?
And if it was, would you eat it? I know I would. I'd wash it down with a nice Budweiser.
I love that bit. I love that bit. So, hi! Damn it. Okay, go on, Gator. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, after that train wreck, I can't wait for Bobby to write that match. And the main event for the evening is HGH versus Freya Adler, a non-title match in a traditional rules match. Standard singles is set for some very strict rules. No exit the ring, no climbing the turnbuckles, no closed fists, no lollygagging, and no showboating. If any of these rules are broken, the perpetrator will be immediately DQ'd.
Oof. Well, but is that the title doesn't change hands on a DQ, right?
No, so that's a non-title match as well. So.
Oh right, okay, yeah, I didn't even notice. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
It's fine.
So I don't know. I don't know if we mentioned that like Buster Gloves. Buster Gloves has never had an Anarchy match before, right?
He is not.
No.
I don't even think he's in the company right now, so it's gonna be a shock for him.
I don't know how he ended up getting. Does he even know?
I don't think he does.
Well,
Lackland just PM me and it's like Buster Gloves, and I was like, okay.
I don't think that's what happened. Like I feel.
No, that is like legit what happened.
I think you conflated a different PM about.
No, I don't know. I got a PM from Lackland, and she said, Buster Gloves, not Jason Cash. And I went, I don't know what we're talking about. And then she never replied. So I just assumed if she wants to fight Buster Gloves. And then in an RP, She says, "Thank you, Atticus," and got my name wrong. She called me Atticus Gray, which is the next evolution of Atticus, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. What is that? Because we already have Atticus Platinum, right?
No, wait, Atticus Platinum.
No.
Oh,
Ooh.
Atticus Platinum. all I know is that the next pit base is going to be Scott Bakula. That's all I know.
Yes.
I don't know
Thank
how
you
that's
for
going to
that.
happen.
Oh, I love Bakula.
Me too.
I wish Scott Bakula had played Dracula.
We all do. We all wanted the Bakula Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you could just say Dracula is Bakula.
Oh.
I always refer to him as Scott Bakula, real life Dracula, because I like to imagine that he's a vampire in real life.
I like to rhyme.
We refer to him as Scott Bakula on the Attackula because that's what you got to say when you're watching him play Street Hoops.
Wow.
Oh.
What? Wait, why is he playing Street Hoops?
Well, that's where they all play. Like, you don't want to go up against P. Stu and IMAC, and that's Patrick Stewart and Ian McClellan. I think I've made this joke too many times already.
Peace.
Okay.
P. Stu, yeah.
Yeah,
Patrick
watch your
Stewart.
Bakula.
Oh, God damn it! All right, he ruined it. Let's move on.
Don't turn your back on the wolf Pacula.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
brought it back. We brought it back. Anyway, like I said, folks, that show is definitely not coming out in 2 days. Wait, did Charlie pick a match?
No, he did not. I was kind of
Alright.
hoping he would so I could grill him, but he hasn't yet.
Maybe it has a chance. By the way, Charlie Nichols, I hope you're listening. If you ever turn in that match, no questions asked. I will just insert it into whatever results are going up that day. with no explanation.
I will tell him that in a DM that he will ignore.
So please don't think that you got away with it. You still owe me that fucking match.
And also that other match that you owe us from the previous Warfare.
Yeah, that one too.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what you're talking about. All right, so speaking of Warfare, I don't know. This one was in Atlanta? Nice. This was just the other day, right?
Uh-huh.
Ned, are you gonna take us through this one, or are you gonna make Gator do it?
Sure, I'll do the first segment, the first match, and the rundown.
All right, good. Everybody get real comfortable. This is gonna take a while.
All right.
Yeah.
No, Ned's gotten better. He's
yeah. Ned has no.
From the state. Steady as she goes.
Those sounded like index cards.
Yeah. Live from State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Weekend Warfare. Starting off the night with a triple threat between the Blue Tango, Michael McBride, and the triple threat master himself, Mastermind. Moving on to an Extreme Rules match between Michael Graves versus Vagabond. Then we've got an elimination three-way match between Ned Kaye, Dionysus, and J Omega. A submission match follows that. Mark Flynn versus Finn Kuhn. We've got a Flynn Kuhn matchup. The Brotherhood of Bros faces Team HSU. I should note that the Brotherhood of Bros is represented by Bobby Bourbon and Dolly Waters. Team HSU is the Cool Kids, Sarah Laughlin and Angelica. I can't fucking speak. Angelica Vaughn. Fuck.
Yeah. Anybody know what HSU stands for?
Heel Shit United.
No.
No, it's Heel Shit Up.
Mm.
That's it.
Heel
Shit Up.
Okay. Heel Shit Up. Television title match. Isaiah King defends against Noah Jackson. What was the stipulation here, Gator?
Huh? What?
What was the stipulation for the television title match?
Oh, submission match.
I would turn it into a submission.
Okay,
That's
another submission match. Yeah.
Well.
And then your main event, reigning, defending Universal Champion Sidney Gray defends against Ryan Keto, cashing in his 24/7 briefcase in a ladder match for the Universal Championship.
About goddamn time.
Yeah.
Look at that tiny little belt. Why is it so small?
Sidney Gray's a
That's
small
the highest res picks you guys had.
The petite woman with the slender waist.
So we start off the evening. Theo comes out and announces the stipulation of the captain's match. Over at Mayday 2 is where that's going to happen. An over-the-top rope battle royal featuring the potential draft members of War Games as lumberjacks. The winner will receive their choice of position in the War Games draft order.
Yeah. I liked it. That was I got to weigh in on that. I'm glad that's what we went with. So we don't do enough battle royals because they're hard. So I was happy that we got one in there somewhere.
I feel like the lumberjacks was my idea, but I don't want to take the credit for it. I think that was
I'm not saying it was my idea.
No,
I got to be part of the. I got to be in the conversation, which, it doesn't happen all the time. So I feel.
No, I wasn't saying you chose the idea. Oh yeah, I can't remember if I said the lumberjacks or not, but I forgot about the lumberjacks. But I'm happy with it though.
I've been trying to brainstorm a way to have an annual big battle royal pay-per-view thing, but it's hard to fit anywhere, so I don't know.
Yeah, it gets brought up at least once or twice a year with us all, and it's
we'll just make Doc do another one. He did 2 really good shove it where the sun don't shine. Those are always awesome.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, Metal English by Ultra Bridge, please.
Everybody's favorite song. First match of the evening, we get the triple threat between the Blue Tango Mastermind and Michael McBride. Early shenanigans from the Misfits as Mastermind attempts to distract the ref by grabbing hardware under the ring and throwing it in so his henchmen can ambush McBride and Tango. It's a futile effort as the competitors reverse their cowardly attempt at combat, and the referee tosses 3 red cards at the Misfits, throwing them out of the ringside area. Mastermind re-enters the ring just in time to eat a superhero baseball slide and begin receiving some offense from the Blue Tango, coordinating with McBride to beat down MM. MM eats a chair shot from Michael, rolls out of the ring, leaving McBride and Tango to dance. In a show of respect, the two largely discard the weapons strewn about the ring and wordlessly agree to fight fairly. They go back and forth for a while. Blue Tango manages to get the upper hand. He's ruling the ring, dominating the match, setting up for his superhero punch, which is a moonwalk superhero punch.
Well, that doesn't
don't know why.
Sense that you're going the other way.
That's what makes it great.
It's the moon gravity.
It's when we had that pay-per-view on the moon.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we totally did. We were definitely on the moon.
Did. 100%. And anyone who says otherwise is a fucking liar.
Kayfabe, motherfuckers. McBride manages to counter with the clothesline from hell, dropping Tango abruptly. Cover made and broken up as Mastermind joins the contest once more. They fight on the outside for a while, utilizing the nearby chairs and barricades for that extra offensive edge. MM busts the back of McBride's head open with a chair shot, paying him back for earlier. Mastermind is preparing for a top rope maneuver, which he hesitates to commit to, giving Michael a chance to yank him down and put master strain on the master balls. McBride tries to return to a follow-up with a proper move, but is thrown out by the recovered Blue Tango and makes an uncomfortable collision with the ground. Moonwalk superhero punch from Tango to Mastermind, causing MM to tumble off the top rope and smack his face onto the canvas from the most precarious place in all of pro wrestling that isn't the edge of the ring. Tango goes for the cover as McBride struggles to get to his feet, and Tango wins the night.
Hey. Good job. Blue Tango, you did it. And Mikey McBride, good to see you again. I guess you'll have another match in 2025. That was it. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, good match.
Yeah.
No, it was fine. It was perfectly fine. Mastermind and McBride, Jesus, how long have those two been going at it? They were fighting each other before I had ever heard of XWF.
It's the eternal feud.
That's right.
It's been a decade of destruction between the two of them.
That's it. It's back when Mastermind was still coming up to Rihanna and Hemi Ma'am.
Oh.
Sorry, folks. That's a joke you don't get.
Okay, who next?
I don't know, but fill this dead air up with something.
It's a segment next that you.
Yeah. I'll take the segment. Because I had a hand in writing this.
Oh, okay.
So we see Liam, the GM of Warfare, enter Theo Price's office, but instead of Theo, we see all of Bob. Thunder Knuckles, Charlie, Dolly, and Bobby are all just standing there waiting for him. And there's just an interaction between Liam and the rest of Bob where Bob kind of strong-arm Liam, like, hey, we're going to oversee the main event tonight because there was fuckery last week, and we don't want any more fuckery this week. And Liam is kind of perplexed, and then Bobby goes on his spiel about he still wants to powerbomb somebody through Theo's desk just because it's a pretty desk.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They ended out like saying, all right, we're going to make sure no fuckery happens tonight. And they're like, yeah. And then Liam is kind of wondering why they broke into Theo's office to meet with him when they could have went to his office.
Mm.
Well, because Liam doesn't have an office, so we shove him down into the basements with all the fucking archives.
Right. He just finds he uses the men's room in whatever arena we're in.
Sometimes room closet, it's always just a space that's way too small to be comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. If Gator and I have to use a broom closet, then Liam by no means gets an actual fucking office.
No chance.
No, Theo does, and it is a gorgeous desk. It's actually made of 100% illegally harvested ivory.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a heel.
Well, this does take us into Graves versus Vagabond, an Extreme Rules match. And we're finding out that it's Robo Gravy is taking on Vagabond. And I'm excited. I love Robo Gravy. The fans love Robo Gravy. This is a good match. You have the back and forth between Vagabond and Robo Gravy. Wrecker helps Vagabond a little bit here and there just because Robo Gravy is now fucking Robo Gravy. I mean, what are you going to do? Robo Gravy looks like the guy that ripped the door off a cage that Sting was trapped in by the Four Horsemen one time.
Wait, he's not a woman anymore?
No.
Oh, man.
He was a woman, then became a man, and then became a machine.
Robo Gravy looks like he would shoot Red Foreman.
Thank you for not smoking.
The match ends when Vagabond breaks a brick off of Gravy's face. Gravy just domes it because he's Robo Gravy.
Yeah.
And then OCP had to come and tell him, "Good job, son. What's your name?" It's Mike. Then he twirls the gun, puts it into his leg. This was a good match.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it very much. Good work by both guys. I mean, Vagabond's been lighting it up. I've been talking to a lot of people about war games coming up, and the sleeper pick that I keep telling everybody about is Vagabond. That's the guy I want on my team.
Yeah.
Good job, Baggy.
Yeah, I like Vagabond a lot.
That was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so Graves wins this one though.
Yeah.
And next Warfare, I assume he's booked against Ed 209.
Oh God, man! If that was the pay-per-view, I'd buy that for $1.
Hey, we got it all in.
God damn it. Okay.
Now RoboCop role plays are off the table for the next 8 months. Great.
Oh, we fucked it.
We just ruined the whole story.
We just ruined it for Graves, man.
Hey, Grave, your move, creep. This next one is me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, next we've got the elimination match between Omega Dionysus Kaye, which I can't fucking speak sometimes. I got mush mouth. Next, It begins with the three men circling each other, careful to properly strategize the approach. Heading towards Dionysus, Ned leaves himself open to a right hand from Jay, backpedaling after the punch. Jay's attack on Ned leaves him open to a spinning back fist from Dion. As Dion goes to capitalize, Ned's back, landing a drop kick to Dion. The high-paced action continues as each man takes each opening available, but struggles to transform that into a proper winning idea. Dionysus lands a tiger suplex on Jay. Ned drops a knee on Dionysus, somehow clothesline Omega over the ropes, and tries to hit Dion with a notorious knee, but misses and gets caught with Dionysus on your shield STO backbreaker. I don't know how that looks, but it doesn't sound nice.
It doesn't sound nice. By the way, why isn't it just called the Knee-torious?
Yo.
That I hate that.
I love that.
Hate that so much.
Okay, so we are calling it that from every show from now on.
Yeah, the Knee-torious is awesome.
Yeah, and now Ned is spelled with a K.
No.
Ned was telling me a story. No. Ned was telling me a story about how he was out with a friend of his, and it was Chris with a K. I'm like, well, did Chris with a C show up? He's like, no, that was the only Chris there. I was like, well, then I didn't know it was Chris with a K. Like the only person with a K that matters is you, Ned, because you're Ned with a K.
I guarantee you that. I promise you that every human being named Chris with a K introduces himself as Chris with a K.
Yeah. No, this is true.
They do. That's true. That's true.
My former brother-in-law, the first time I ever met him, was like, "Hi, I'm Chris with a K," and I was like, "You are a douchebag, and you're going to be divorced in a few years' time."
Yeah. Like, I literally do not care how your name is spelled. Just tell me how to say it. I don't.
Chris with a K? Great. I'm not writing it right now. Do you need a fucking chalkboard, pal?
Actually, sorry. So I remember actually. So my former brother-in-law, he introduced himself as Chris with a K. You know, like Kurt Cobain. And I was like,
no.
What? I went, what?
I hate it.
You say, well, I hope it ends the same way.
Oh!
We broke Ned.
Oh yeah, you did. Holy shit. Unlike Kurt Cobain, Ned kicks out at 2. The pace finally begins to slow. Dionysus sees the recovering Omega, tries to toss Kay at him. Jay gets out of the way, and Ned keeps hold of the ropes and narrowly avoids Calamity. Dion tries to take a breather. Kay flings himself off of the ropes and hits the disciplinary action, one of the worst moves in all of professional wrestling. Kick out at 2 from Dionysus. Ned tries to set up for the coffin nails, but Jay grabs a hold of his feet and reacquaints Ned's lips with the mat. Omega sees the recovering Dion and lands the Bring the Thunder kick, laying Dion out and going for the cover. Another kick out at 2. Following more intense action from the three men, they start to cycle up again like they were earlier. But then Ned and Dion manage to hit Jay Omega with a notorious knee, a knee-torious, if you will, and a deified hammer at the same time. They take advantage, and they manage to eliminate Omega. Now, only Ned and Dion remain. Kay waits for the ref to evacuate Omega out of the ring, but Dionysus leaps over his body to land a brute force boxing maneuver on Kay. He hits a Shining Wizard, followed by a Wine Mixer combination and a Lion Salt. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. Ned lives. Dionysus sets up for a submission hold, but Ned breaks free and gets some attack off on his own. He staggers Dion with the Tornado DDT and then follows up with the coffin nails. He covers. 1, 2, kick out. So, Ned tries to go for the Ego Crusher. He ends up getting himself locked into the Quinique Punctum? Is that how you pronounce that?
Where is it? What?
It's later
Whatever
on
it
in
is,
the match.
you can't possibly be saying it right.
Well, thank you.
Like that doesn't.
It looks to be the end. Okay, it looks to be the end as Ned cannot break free from the submission hold or even pronounce it.
It's true.
As all hope seems lost, Kay manages a foot in the ropes and forces the break. Dionysus thinks he's won. Ref informs him otherwise. Ned gets a second win, manages to get some momentum back, gets Dion to the top rope, hits the Ego Crusher. 1, 2, 3. Ned Kaye has won this match. Pretty neat.
Hey, well done.
Oh man, and the Netophiles go crazy.
A little gorilla in the back. He just like breaks his headset and he walks out.
That's right. Just getting that purple sticky goop so he can go full grape ape. But no grape ape tonight. Just Ned Kaye, the grapist.
Oh no! No! No, we're not doing. We're not doing that.
He loves grapes.
He does.
Nope. Wait, Dionysus is the wine guy. Why does Ned have to be the grapist?
Because Ned eats grapes for breakfast, and
right.
Yeah, Dionysus is a grape.
Yeah. Ned will grape you for hours.
Yeah, grape you right in the mouth.
Oh God! Please stop saying that. Stop, whitest kids you knowing me.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you're right. That is where that joke is from, and now we're making it about you.
That's right.
Because you are the whitest kid we know.
That's right.
It's
That's
true.
quite possible.
Like, it's not inaccurate in the slightest.
It's quite possible.
Oh, great match.
Okay, who wants to Flynn Coon?
Oh, I'll take Flynn Coon.
Flynn Coon.
Oh, but yeah, it was a good match. I don't know who wrote that one. It was very good.
Which is a shame because you usually know everything. But yeah, no, that was an awesome match.
Bet it wasn't Charlie.
Nope. I want to say Dolly, but I don't know for a fact. But no, that was a great match. Speaking of great matches, yeah, Flynn Coon versus Mark Coon in a subcoonition. Oh, that was stupid. Matt Flynn versus Flynn Coon in a submission. Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
It always catches me off guard when I see Eleanor Rigby. I always forget that that's his fucking theme music. Eleanor.
Yeah.
Just the strings only, though.
Yeah, nothing gets you pumped like Eleanor Rigby.
You know it, baby.
Wait until it turns face and comes out to Yellow Submarine. Then we got something going. But it's the tambourine only version.
Wait. Face Mark Flynn, Hey Bulldog.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that someday I'm asking Ned Kaye for an autograph right in front of the Dakota.
Oh God, what?
Yeah,
okay, how does this match go, Gabe?
Okay, yeah, so, really great back and forth. Mav isn't here, so I can't suck his dick about him, but Mav is fucking insane at mat wrestling writing. Like, he's so fucking good at it. Like, starts off the collar elbows, going to hammer locks, real detailed stuff about, locks, holds, submissions, everything like that. And, yeah, a lot of back and forth at the start, but Matt Flynn's, like, aggression. There we go.
Yeah.
Aggression.
Ruthless aggression.
Yeah, ruthless aggression. Totally John Cena's this Kurt Angle. And takes, like, a hold of the match pretty late on. Finn tries to get back into it, but Marty really stays on top of him. In the end, locks in the Fujiwara armbar. Coon tries to get out as best as can until an audible pop is heard. Finn turning a bright scarlet red and taps the fuck out, and Matt Flynn is the winner.
And quite possibly pooped himself.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh no.
He's not here to say it didn't happen.
That's true. I'm here to say it did.
Yeah, and I say Bobby's word and everything.
Well, if you don't show up in your own defense, you're guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my shit.
Yo.
Speaking
the Brotherhood of
shit,
Bros.
Bobby, do you want to run through this match for us, mate?
Sure. This was the big-time tag team matchup where Bobby Bourbon and Dolly Waters took on Sarah Loughlin and Angelica Vaughn. This was an awesome match, right? Like, to right up against them, like going against Team HSU is fun because they're good. Me and Dolly just jammed it out and was like, all right, let's just write some stuff and have fun with it. And at one point, I asked Dolly, he's like, do you want to try to win, or do you want me to just write like some crappy ass 6,000 word role play that's going to get disqualified? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, do you want to try to win, or do you want me to write like a 6,000 word role play? He's like, nah, I think we should try to go for the win. I was like, okay, man. I was messing with him the entire time like that. We were working together because I never actually worked with Dolly like that. I think it's been a long time if we have. But yeah, the match is awesome, well written. Just a lot of good back and forth. You kind of just see it. It kind of pairs off at one point where you have Vaughn and Dolly going on one end, and then you have Lachlan and Bobby fighting on the other, and then it ends Bobby Bomb onto Sarah. 1, 2, 3. Most devastating move in all of wrestling. Or some bullshit like that.
We have protected the Bobby Bomb really well over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it has been protected fairly well. I do have to say that. But this was an awesome match. And it was great, again, working against Lachlan and against Vaughn. They're, again, really top-notch writers.
Mm-hmm.
Had to, like, minor P's and Q's and not, don't goof up here and there. Don't make stupid mistakes.
Yeah, no, they'll catch you on that shit for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So we got new champions, right?
No.
God damn it.
I know. Fuck. Just kidding.
No, you weren't. You just didn't know. Don't try and fucking cover that up.
I can read the card.
Can you?
I did.
Oh, it's just that me and Don are the champions of his heart.
Oh, there we go.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of champions of the heart, Noah Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Versus Isaiah King for the television championship in a submission match. Okay, so I'm gonna be Al Blunt. I wrote this match. I originally, I forgot. I had to find this out like halfway through googling it. I kind of thought like submission matches were like no count out, no DQ. Apparently, I'm wrong on that. Apparently, there is count out and DQ. So, oh well. Instead of like fixing my mistake and going back and rewriting it, I just had the two like fucking go to a crowd outside, hit each other with fucking chairs, like Noah spews beer all over King and stuff like that. All that shit. And then halfway through the match, Heather realises, wait, isn't this meant to be a submission match? Calls it out, obviously, and then goes to look in the ring where it's Richard Wang counting a bunch of Australian dollaridoos. So yeah, there we go, fixed it for you. And yep, King. Sorry. Jackson throws King over the barricade after like fucking up his arm pretty bad with a steel chair shot, and they go back into the ring. Do some tasty little mat wrestling that I try to do well, but can't do as good as Mav, which I'm jealous of. Until Jackson locks in the Fujiwara armbar, and that's King struggling it pretty hard. But Jackson's like wrenching way back on the arm, like throwing his head way back, and King managed to get his free arm and like hook like backwards around Jackson's throat, and starts like choking him out while Jackson has the armbar locked in. And in the end, Jackson releases a hold about at the same time as King's face drops face first onto the canvas, and old Richard Wang has no choice but to throw the match out, and it is a draw.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. That's an interesting ending. I like that.
Thank you.
I mean, I guess Isaiah King's got to be like triple jointed to pull that off.
But... Oh yeah, 100%.
Very flexible, flexible champion.
I do just want to give a proper huge shout out to King though, because like I didn't have time to write a RP, a second one. And King was, and like I said to King, is like, hey, just like throw your second RP, just win the match. I'm really sorry about that. And it's like, oh no, we'll just call it a draw. We'll just have a rematch another time. And it's like, are you sure? And it's like, yeah, absolutely. Just whoever you're writing the match, just do it like a double. We just both like get go unconscious or some shit like that with submission. I was like, okay. So yeah, we're running it back. So yeah, King, if you're listening, you're a stand-up guy. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's cool when people kind of can like set aside their their own agendas and shit like that. And just have a good time.
Yeah.
So, kind of rare, honestly, but yeah, King's a good dude.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. The guy kicks ass. Speaking of not setting aside your own. Speaking of not setting aside your own agendas, Ned Kaye comes out to cut a promo, and Pip Collins says, "Yeah, that'll put butts in the seats." Just buries it immediately. Ned talks about how, in Atlanta, Georgia, everybody was saying after March Madness that it was a big setback. But he doesn't feel very setback. He announces that he's going to start focusing on the Universal Championship. It's in his eyes. He's ready to start going for it. But first, he's got to go through War Games, and he's got to settle a few scores. He says Sidney Gray, Chris Page, but King's music hits. And Isaiah King comes out there to remind Ned, even though Ned might be trying to go after the Universal Championship and wanting to face potentially either Ryan Keto or Sidney Gray for it, they have unfinished business. And Isaiah King has not forgotten this. Tells him to not forget to look back and how he looks to conquer the unconquered. There's a tease of potential physical confrontation, but things end relatively peacefully before we cut to commercials. So some stuff building over there.
So wait, so Kay came out and cut a promo after King's match, but King's the one who ended up challenging Kay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got cucked in your own promo.
I did. I was trying to call out a motherfucker to face me, and it was supposed to be a different motherfucker, but this guy came out there. So.
He was already there.
Yeah, he just woke up.
Well, yet they bring King to the back, and he regains consciousness, and he's like, "What the fuck? Ned Kaye's talking out there?
No, fuck that shit. No."
Immediately comes to and refutes Ned. That's perfect.
That's awesome.
Just like we all do. He woke up screaming that Ned Kaye's a bitch.
Yeah, that's how deep this feud really runs. Like, Isaiah King couldn't go to bed without thinking to tell Ned Kaye to shut up. So, really exciting, tight stuff here.
I can think of at least 7 YouTube listeners who feel the same way right now.
Do we only get 7 views?
On a good day.
Oh.
I spat out my water and I'm mad at you.
And those 7 views of me making sure the video uploaded all right.
Yeah, he's just double checking his work. Oh, okay. So what happens next?
Well,
this
next.
is the main event. Yes, this is for the Universal Championship. This is first, before that gets started, the fans in attendance all get on their feet as all of the Brotherhood of Bros all walk out in unison. There's dozens of ladders because it's a ladder match. And Bobby's wearing his referee shirt. They make their way to the ring and around it, ready to officiate because Bobby is the referee. TK and Dolly are the special enforcers ringside. Charlie is the timekeeper and bell ringer. As the music dies down, we see in the crowd.
Bell ring as well.
Huh?
Yeah.
The bell ringer.
Yeah. We also see interspersed in the crowd Mastermind, HGH, and Vagabond. So it's not just Bob that's out here. And the commentators point that out. And then in the back, you see Ned Kaye, Jason Cash, and Duke, all the rest of Saga. They're all watching from a monitor. You see Team HSU. They're in the back, and they're watching from another monitor. Peter Vaughn, he's up in the nosebleeds. He's watching. And near him is Michael Graves or Robo Gravy and Cadron Tiberius, and they're eating popcorn. And then in a private box, you have the Bing Bong Twins with the Blue Tango, the Thema Sisters, and Tommy Wish. They're all in a private box. And there's all-you-can-eat chicken wings up there. So all of the XWF is watching this match.
Wow.
So, yeah, I set it up so the entire universe is watching what's going to happen with the XWF Universal Championship because, are they watching out? It's not just for the championship, but they're going to make sure Bob doesn't fuck it up too. Like everybody's making sure it's clean. So So Sid and Ryan come out. And the match gets underway. And the story I try to tell here is that, right underway is that Ryan is this honorable, bright, shining hero. He is pointing and making he's telling Sydney she's in trouble, that this will be a good, clean match. And Sid just kicks him right in the dick.
Yeah.
So does that, goes outside just to get a ladder. Bobby has to check to see if that's allowed because Bobby doesn't know, and that's going to be told throughout the match. Bobby doesn't know the rules of a ladder match. That's something I've always written of my characters. Maybe he doesn't even know the rules of wrestling itself. So he just has to check with TK and everybody ringside on the rules, and that's allowed. She brings the ladder back inside. She sets it up. Ryan gets up, starts shaking the ladder. She gets down. Keto starts yelling, again, super baby face about how that was dishonorable, that was no good. She kicks him in the dick again. And he goes down. And Bobby's just come on, pleading with her, please don't do that anymore. That's awful. She sneers. Starts going up the ladder. Keto gets back up. She tries to kick him in the dick again. He counters it. Actually does some proper offense. They start doing some fighting with each other. Try to lead to, and it led to just chain wrestling. Again, I wanted to do the mat wrestling thing. I don't do it as good as Mav. But I had it just, even though it's a ladder match, Keto goes for a Texas Cloverleaf.
Oh.
And Bobby has to check to see if submissions are allowed in this kind of match. And that leads to Sid countering the Cloverleaf into another submission, into another submission, into a submission. And eventually they just knock over the ladder. They get back up. Sid goes out of the ring. And if I'm going to be writing matches, I'm going to be selling the story that underneath the XWF ring at all times, there is a bag with a snake in it. So this is the second time I've run into a match, somebody finding a snake under the ring and trying to use it, and they used it.
I like it.
Yeah, Sid threw the snake onto Keto. Keto uses babyface powers and had the snake wrap around his hand, and he did the lightning bolt, his special move, with the snake on his arm for extra potency, because that's how. Yeah, and
that's how snakes work.
That's how snakes work. Snake gets terrified, scurries off through the crowd. But the thing is that some of the guys in the crowd, Mastermind, HGH, and Vagabond, they know that the snake is okay, and they take care of it. They all just wrangle the snake and take it to the back.
Snake wranglers.
Yeah. Keto gets out of the ring because by now the ladder is trashed, that the original one, because somebody got thrown into it. He's grabbing 2 new ladders from up at the top. As he comes back, Sidney Gray just does a no-hands plancha onto Ryan Keto to the outside, wiping out everybody.
Nice.
Dolly and TK go check on everybody, make sure they're okay. Bobby's baffled. He starts to count them out. He counts for a 1 count, and then TK has to tell Bobby, no, there's no count outs in a ladder match. And then Bobby just gives a thumbs up, shaking it off. And then from there, hooded figures show up. Just 5 hooded figures all rushing the ring.
Oh, not the druids.
Everybody's on edge. And in the back, you see there's a bunch of hooded figures all brawling with the rest of Saga. And then in the stands, Cadron, Tiberius, Vaughn, and Robo-Gravy, they're fighting off hooded figures. The Anarchy guys up in the VIP box, Blue Tango Sox a hooded figure, as the Bing Bong twins Bing Bong the bejesus out of a hooded figures. And then the entire Themis clan, including New Sisters debuting in 2025, they're all fighting off more hooded figures. Tommy Wish and Goth is there now. He's fighting off hooded figures. And then you see Team HSU, they're fighting off hooded figures in the back. And the rest of Bob are fighting off the hooded figures. Until Bobby, the referee, bans all the hooded figures from ringside, and the hooded figures must comply because that's how wrestling works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
As soon as referees show up and point at the logo on their chest, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the hooded figures are gunned from ringside. The XWF fought off the hooded figures. They never once touched Keto or Gray. So Keto and Gray continue their match. I write the most ridiculous amount of high flipping craziness ladder nonsense that I could write. I'm not going to synopsis it here. Go read the results. I went crazy with it. Keto winds up getting ahead on that one, gets back into the ring with the other ladder. He gets up on the ladder. Gray comes back in after him. He hits the second lightning bolt right onto Gray, sending Gray flying. He climbs the ladder, retrieves the belt. Bobby calls for the belt because he's the referee. It's official. Ryan Keto is now the Universal Champion.
Wow.
Yep.
Now I knew it was a big show. Ryan Keto back on
Yep.
top. The two-timer.
Two-timer.
Mhm.
That's great. It sounds like a great match. You know, the hooded figures notwithstanding. You know, Sarah Lachlan hates hooded men, so I'm not surprised she was there.
I wasn't ready for that fucking joke. I don't know why.
Joe,
It was the most obvious.
We were talking about it in previous podcasts as well, like how we need to ban hoodies, and I think this Warfare really just proved it. Like,
Yeah. Like, I don't know who's invading and attacking the literally entire XWF roster all at the same time. I don't know. I hope it's
Theories?
Well, no, the
Theories,
original
gentlemen?
the original notion that I was going to write it this way, but I figured somebody would be super pissed if I did, is that they were all going to unmask and be the XWF ring crew, and it was all
Chris Hammer.
But that was somebody would be mad if I did that.
a bunch of schmucks that put the ring together.
Yeah, it's the ring crew.
This is
I think that was my
the way that they
suggestion.
unionize.
Oh my god! Whoa!
No, that's
they
terrible.
unionized by becoming a wrestling stable?
Don't get excited. That's bad. That's bad. We're not doing it, folks. That's not the story.
Oh god.
Please.
Great show.
Please do it, Mastermind. We literally
that,
placed everything there for you.
I feel like this is going to be one of those stories that just disappears because we never thought of a payoff. So.
Worst case, I'll figure something out.
Oh, we'll get something.
Yeah, it's all those squirrels.
I mean, for being in the XWF for so long, like, I know that if we look at some dumb shit that's happened, most of us are going to band together and continue on the dumb shit into something that's great. So,
yeah.
I think we're putting the literal gorilla in the gorilla position. You go to the production staff meeting, and the entire XWF production staff, we find out, is the literal gorilla. It's 41 squirrels, it's Taco, it's Hot Dog, and it's little kitten, Mittens. And it's just that. It's just this big. So it's a bunch of animals sitting in there, and they look up at you and like, what do you want?
Right. Like, we need you to book these matches. Like, whatever. Just put something out there. That's how these shows come together.
Yeah, just I'll wrestle Ned. Just fucking we'll get something.
Come on, we just need to hurry. We need to get the show out. Fuck it, I'll wrestle him. I'll be your Brooklyn brawler.
Wow.
Live.
Hopefully we've actually inspired somebody to make Air Bud, because we don't have that's what we're missing right now, is a golden retriever.
Yeah, we don't. There haven't been a lot of wrestling dogs in the XW. I mean, there was Doge, but that's Doger Lord. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, he was a super mutant.
Yeah, not really a dog. I mean,
so new Anarchy Commissioner Atticus Gold, do you have anything to say about the state of hoodies? Will they be banned on Anarchy from this point forward?
Absolutely. I think if I see one single hoodie, we're just going to have to delay the show, just until we get all the hoodies out.
Oh dear God!
Oh.
Also, I'm banning pyrotechnics because that's a fire hazard.
Not on Anarchy. You can't. Anarchy has it's the greatest pyro show in the history of mankind.
No, I can't. We can't afford it. It's not in the budget lane.
We've been paying too many. We've been paying too much for this ring crew that keeps trying to unionize by beating up wrestlers. That's how they're costing the XWF money, is they force the health insurance payments by physically injuring the wrestlers. Oh no.
I just like the idea of like the ring crew led, of course, by Chris the Hammer Von Born, just getting really tired of all the bullshit happening on Anarchy. It's like last week we had to build an ice rink and like take down the ring, and like now we gotta build a giant ball of poutine. Like, come on.
They had to set up a sticky goopening place. Like,
yeah. What even is that? Where do you get it?
Oh, I bet they breathed like a massive sigh of relief when fucking Matt Flynn lost the union. It's like, oh my god, we don't need to make any more mountains. Like, thank fucking Christ.
Would we like to? Well, would we like to do some closing thoughts on Warfare, and then I'll do the Mayday card unless somebody else wants to?
Nah, let's just go to the Mayday card.
Yeah, Warfare sucks.
Yeah, congrats, Ryan. Fuck you.
I'm tired. I just want to go to bed. I'm sorry, guys. Congrats,
All
Ryan,
right.
but fuck you.
It was an entertaining show. Like,
It was a good
show. It was a lot of fun.
Congrats, Ryan.
Okay.
May I introduce to you Mayday 2, Dolly's Defying Timing, live from ye old commune in Coreytopia, Florida. The worst two combination of words that I can think of that aren't Ned Kaye. So we start off with a special attraction match. Corey Smith versus Alias. Two friends, the sole survivors of War Games 21. Now they're going to bop each other.
You see they're going to bop each other?
After that, yeah, they're going to bop each other. Bop them.
Okay.
Next, we've got the television championship match. Noah Jackson and Isaiah King.
That's not what the sentence reads. The sentence reads, who will come out on top in this long-awaited dream match?
Who wrote it? Who wrote it that way?
And cum is spelled C-U-M.
Fellas.
Fucking
So,
Dick
no, I'm
Powers
not
got on the
reading it
writing team there.
Oh, I
God
hate it.
damn it.
Someone's
Okay.
autocorrect. That's who did that, and that is bravo.
I'm just going to edit it.
Okay. Television championship match. Noah Jackson versus Isaiah King once again. Following their contest on Warfare that ended in a draw, now they're going to beat the shit out of each other again, just only in Coreytopia. Then we've got a fatal five-way championship contendership match where the winner will get will become the number one contender of the title of their choosing between the Extreme Television and Tag Team Championships. This will be Jay Omega versus Michael McBride versus Reggie Estrada, Cadron Tiberius, and Robo Gravy. And Robo Gravy has already announced that he will be going after the television title.
Oh.
Next we've got a tag team championship match. The Just Us League, the Blue Tango and the Atomic Bat face off against the current reigning and defending championships, Saga, represented by Ryan Keto and Jason Cash.
I look forward to this match. I'm writing this match. This is going to be a fun-ass match to read the role plays for.
Yeah, that's a really a crazy clash of styles and stuff. That'll be interesting.
A killer combination, if you will.
Yes.
Next up, we've got the Extreme Championship match. Reigning and defending Generic Heel versus Mark Flynn.
Undefeated Generic Heel.
Undefeated. Over a 20-year career. Not a single loss.
Not a single loss. Next up, we've got the War Games Captain's Battle Royale Lumberjack match, which we explained the rules earlier during Warfare. But it's going to be Thunder Knuckles versus Sarah Loughlin versus Angelica Vaughn, Notorious Ned Kaye, which he does not go by anymore, Vagabond, and Dolly Waters. So a cool thing about this match is any of the Lumberjacks may post a 500-word RP stating their intentions as a Lumberjack. So make sure you do that.
And anybody's a Lumberjack, right? It could be anyone.
It's whoever opted into War Games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just the War Games people. It's not just open to everybody.
No.
Oh, I see. Okay, I read it wrong. Okay.
It's a segment. Do we do this on the role play boards, or we do
this on Shove It board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your main event, Ryan Keto defends his newly earned Universal Championship against Bobby Bourbon, the man who lost the uni at March Madness to Sidney Gray in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh,
wow.
This is also a rematch from last weekend Warfare, correct? The one preceding the one we just discussed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So we've got a pretty huge rematch
card
here.
Yeah.
very stacked card, yeah.
This whole card is great. I mean, when's the last time we had to shove it? So I mean, this is the first one in a while, right?
It's been a long time, yeah.
Yeah, I wish more people would do them, honestly.
Same.
Yeah, get some fresh. I think I was brainstorming with Gator, just bullshitting the other day, saying we need to do one, where like pairs of people got combined into one wrestler with traits of each person. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, because shove-its are kind of supposed to be ridiculous, but this is just an awesome card. I mean, this is like a pay-per-view worthy. I don't know, but I stepped away. I got busy, and like everybody came back. We got Corey and Alias and Cadron Tiberius. Like, where the fuck have these people been? Michael McBride.
The story of this card, I was there when Dylan looked at me and TK in his living room. It's like, hey man, Day 2, what do y'all think? I was like, yeah, that sounds fucking cool, dude. You should do it. He's like, I don't know, man. Like, do it. Why not? He's like, I don't know, man. And he wound up answering, I don't know, man, 5 different ways and throughout the entire conversation. And it still conveyed different emotions each time. But yeah, he went ahead and did it. He was like, yeah, I'm going to have a video and see if I can put on like a May Day since, there's no real pay-per-view happening between March Madness and War Games. It's just going to be like a little mini pay-per-view taking over for Warfare. I'm like, well, that's every Warfare, man. It's a mini pay-per-view.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. So he's just taking over Warfare for a week. And like, all right, cool. So I'm on the hook to help him write at least one match. I'm going to try to get one taken care of and then start working on another one. I don't know which one. But please,
good shit, man.
Reach out to Dolly Waters and volunteer to write a match. The man is stressed out enough as is.
Yeah. I'll make sure to put up a proper writing thread for him as well. So.
Yeah, we'll help the man out. We have like really talented match writers. We just sometimes have to go poke them and make them do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah, Ned.
Also, I know. So I just want to say, when it comes to that hypothetical shove it, you should totally call it shove it fusion.
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 I just liked how you said fusion.
Yeah, it was sexy, fun. Right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Say it again. Slower.
Fusion. That sounded kind of like my goth impression.
Oh, actually, shit.
I can't believe you returned.
Yeah, just one thing. I completely forgot to say. I wanted to say this at the start of the show. I might cut it out and put it at the start. So, Goff is a long-time listener and a big fan of the show, and we love him to fucking bits. He's not feeling... He's pretty bad health-wise at the moment. So, Goff, if you are listening, we love you, and we hope you feel better soon.
Get well soon, man.
Yeah. Get well soon, Goth. I would trade 50 Ned Kays to have you back.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true. It's unfortunately I'm the 49th. I just want you to know that we all love you. Like, obviously, we all care about you, and you're the best. Mm-hmm. You're number one.
God, he's gonna cry, isn't he? Don't cry, Ned.
Yeah, Ned, don't cry. And also, Goth, please think of Ned crying. And you don't want to be there either.
Think of me weeping delicious tears.
He's an ugly crier. It's not pretty at all.
No.
Horrifying.
I'm an ugly not crier, too. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're beautiful.
Hey, give credit to Goth. Goth is the one who debuted the XWF Snake.
Oh, that's where the snake came from him, yeah? So it's got to be a snake that's like blacker than 1,000 midnights.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I love that. Oh, okay.
Well, guys, I think that's it. That's all we have on tap to get through. This will put us through the end of April at the very least. And then, obviously May Day, first day of May, and we'll have Madness is going to come back in May, so that'll be exciting. And we'll have more Warfare and more Anarchy action to go over at that time. But for right now, this is all we've got.
Yeah. Can I do it? I just want to say, Ghost Tank, masturbate.
Well, look, you don't have to tell him to do that.
Oh, that means he can go fuck himself.
At this point, he's been doing it for what, an hour and 45 minutes. I mean,
no.
I don't think we've been talking about it for that long.
No.
ASMR for some. You don't understand.
He strokes it when he presses play and then climaxes when we say his name.
No, he edges the whole time.
I charged him $100 for a name drop so he could ejaculate. I just want you to know that.
All right. Well, there goes all 7 of our viewers. So
good night.
Might as well say good night.
On behalf of all of us from the XWF podcast, fuck me.
And no one ever has.